Hey, welcome back to my channel, Cerius Blaq with Cerius Blaq. I am your host, Cerius Blaq, and today we're here to do another segment of 5 questions with me. Today's guest is author Stephanie Williams. Hi, Stephanie.
Hello.
So, uh, let me tell you how this goes.
All right.
Well, first of all, before we get into that, make sure to watch the interview I just did with Stephanie and all of the damn books that she's been making and writing. Like so many, y'all. You're not gonna like you're gonna be floored. And I'll just throw out like it's a lot. Like
Yes.
we're talking about from Nubia to Living Heroes to Moongirl to encyclopedias for DC to cosmic horror coming up. Just get all the details there. I'll put the link in this description. But for now, we're going to do these 5 questions, and let me tell you how this goes. Okay. This spinning wheel here contains 50 questions that I made up that are really stupid.
All right.
We're going to spin this wheel 5 times, and whatever the question you land on is the one that you're expected to answer.
All right.
Okay. Now, none of them are too crazy. None of them are too,
Well, yeah.
yeah. I wouldn't
No
do that.
Howard Stern is, but I get it. I get it.
Right, yeah. I wouldn't do that to y'all. All right. So you ready for spin number 1?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Don't stare at the wheel.
And I regret it.
It'll mess you up. Oh, word up. Okay. Sports. Do sports at all? Which ones?
All of them. So I was an avid softball and basketball player, and of course school. But as far as watching sports, everything. Football season. Do not come talk to me on Sunday and Monday night, and also Thursday because I'm locked into that. Basketball has been hit or miss. Like I'll tune into a game. The WNBA for sure. I'm watching religiously. Hell, I'm even watching hockey, tennis, of course. Soccer I'm finally getting into, but like I am a sports fanatic. My son has started flag football, so I'm like,
Oh,
am I
all
going to
right.
become a football mom and retire from comics? No, but
No.
that could be an option. So I don't know. He scored a couple touchdowns this season, so we'll see.
Oh, that's what's up. Nice. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
I think I remember mentioning too that like you also go to the gym a lot. Is this what I?
I do. So weightlifting is like I love it. Especially some Olympic lifting. So like deadlifts, power cleans, snatches, all of those things. It's just a really great way to one, move around, and then also get some of those frustrations out that I don't want to take out online. So a comment or something that might have irritated me, I'm like, let me just throw this bar up over my head. And in fact, I finally reached my squatting goal of getting above 300, and I'm at 305. I can do that
Woo.
2 times without my knees bursting like gravy.
Okay. Hey, you know what? You made it.
Yes.
That's all that matters. You did it. Go reach. That's cool. But like that's cool. That's dope.
Thank you.
Would you consider this then to be like because obviously you're busy. You deal with so much. This is part like a mental health practice for you. Like this is what
Oh,
keeps
that
you.
is absolutely. Yeah, it just helps. You'll be amazed at what silly story things can be answered if you either take a walk or I don't know, go lift a little bit. So it's very cathartic, and it's just important to me to make sure that I'm moving because now, I'm a different career sitting in front of the computer. So it's nice to just kind of get away and just go lift some weights. So it is very much a part of my day to day. Day to day.
Okay, word up. All right. Thank you for giving
You're
us an
very
insight on
welcome.
that.
Yes.
I'm gonna remove that one so that you don't get it again, and
All
we'll
right.
spin for number 2 and see what we get. I told you not to stare at the wheel, and I'm staring at the wheel.
I know I still did it.
You know. Ooh. Okay.
Ooh,
This
oh
one.
my God. That is mm, I'm gonna have to say A Marie's Why Don't We Fall in Love?
Oh
That
wow.
song still hits. But the very first time I remember hearing it, what grade was I in? I think sixth or seventh grade. But I remember hearing 106 in Park
Of
and
course.
just falling in love with that song. And it has remained the song of the summer. I don't care what anyone says. Like when you hear Why Don't We Fall in Love by A. Marie, like you already know it's time to, let the windows down, get the shorts
Hmm.
out, AP, hang out at the park. I don't know what the kids do these days, but like that, I wish I could hear that song again for the first time.
Yeah, I heard it. You said that too, and for some reason, I thought of like because it made me think of summer songs, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times people always go to Fresh Prince, summertime or whatever, right?
Hmm.
But I also thought of Carlos Santana, Maria Maria.
Yes, that's another one. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, because people was out in the streets dancing in the video and in life,
As they should have been. Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Nice. It's funny. I don't even know how to answer this question right now, so I'm glad it's not me.
Okay.
Maybe because it's too early for me, but you know, we all right. Number three. We're going to number three. I removed that question. We won't get a repeat. What we got? Oh, that's an interesting. Do you have any pets?
No, because currently where we're living, we cannot have any. But if we could have pets, I would like a little black cat. I'm pretty sure my son and husband, they will. I also want a dog. So
Yeah.
as soon as we move, we will probably get some pets. But yeah, I love pets. Had a German Shepherd when I was growing up, and so she passed. And then a Saint Bernard of all things. Shout out to
Ooh.
Candy. She is missed, but
Yeah.
she's a big one. And it was not a good idea to put on some skates and have her
You
pull us
didn't.
down the. We sure did. My brother and I did, and deep regret because it did not go like we thought it would go. Beethoven, the movies lied to
Yeah. Yes.
us.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I might still have the scar from when it did not go well. So
It's yeah.
yes, yeah,
God, we have a lot of stuff in common.
yes.
I have a scar from being dragged by my Alaskan husky down an
See,
alley,
there you
running
go.
with him,
Good
thinking
luck.
like, yeah, let's play in the snow, and then I
Uh-huh.
tripped. I tripped, and he kept going, and I was just like, yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, I love it.
Let me ask you this: talking about kid shenanigans. Did you ever do the thing where you jump off of something with like a sheet or a garbage bag, thinking you was
All
going to
the
float
time.
down? Oh,
Yes.
we were so
Yes.
stupid.
My brother and
But
I thought we could make like an elevator with a clothes hamper and a jump rope, and that didn't go well. We did so many stupid things.
oh no, that and like jumping on the dirty mattress you found. I don't know why we did
Yeah,
that. I
I
did
I
that.
mean, yes, we there was in Harvey near the I forgot which train station or when Harvey meets Homewood, um there was that I think it was like a Civil War monument or something like that. It was like this big
Oh,
giant cannon.
the candid. Yeah.
We used to jump off that. Now, thinking back, that was crazy. Don't know how we didn't break anything, but when I think about it now, like my entire lower half just shudders
Oh
because
yeah.
I would just crumble.
Oh, I ruined my knees before I even got into high school. So
Just doing stupid stuff. So
pretty
yes.
much. Wow. Okay, we're getting through this pretty quick. We're on question number four. I'm gonna give it a spin. Let's see what we got. Oh, 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 oh.
Ooh, we're
Okay.
in between the two.
Okay. What's the best piece of
Um,
advice you ever received?
so I'm gonna go some writing advice, and this is coming from someone was a perfectionist, type A, all of these things. Your first draft is supposed to be ugly. You just
Mm
need to write the thing. I wasted
hmm.
so much time trying to write the most perfect draft, only for my editor to come back and like, girl, no.
Yeah.
So now I just write, and it's funny now that I don't have that in the back of my mind. You'd be amazed. There's been more first drafts that have gotten a okay, no notes, than there have been than there haven't been. So it's funny now that
Okay.
I'm not trying to be perfect in it. It just comes out the way that it needs to. But your first draft is supposed to be ugly. Just write the thing.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. It's very similar to the advice that I give to other people and myself, including what I did with this channel. Because,
Yeah.
not that my setup is amazing or anything like that, but if you go back and look at my first videos, they're awful. They're pretty, but I wanted to just do the thing. I was like, I have to get
Yes.
it out there and practice, and
You
just
have
kind of
to.
learn on the go, And so
Yes.
I think that some of my followers, subscribers would agree that some things have gotten better over time.
Yes.
Lighting for one of them, sound for another. But yeah, you gotta have to just put it out there, and then learn, and then develop from. You
Yeah.
said it. You said
You're
it
gonna
all.
have cringe. Listen, yeah, if no one can avoid being cringe. Being cringe is the only way that you can grow. So don't
Right.
let that scare you.
Exactly. Sweet. Thank you for that. And then okay, this is the last. This is the last wheel question, and then I
All
have
right.
one more question for you after that.
All right.
Don't tell me it's gonna be really. Everybody keeps getting this question.
Okay. So the answer is no. However, I will share a conversation that was had at MomoCon between me, Teeny Howard, Aisha Simone, and some other folks. And we were talking about like if you were to be eaten, how would you want to be served? So I know this day after the first con, I think it was my birthday
Okay.
too. I definitely had an edible, so I was all game for answering this.
Right.
I said that I would like to be served as like a pot roast situation. So slow, really in my auntie era. So slow
Oh
cooked.
my god.
I would like to be, I think like a pot roast situation would be the way that I would like to be served up. I think Teeny wants to be like a kebab. So I was like,
I was just
and
thinking that. I was like, kebab
yeah,
sounds kind of cool.
it's kind of cool. So yes, so no, I would not eat someone, but if someone was going to eat me, just put me in a crock pot. Wait for 8 hours. Let it
Crock pot.
marinate.
What kind of seasoning you think needs to be?
Definitely a little bit of Lawry's. Make sure you sprinkle that in there.
Mm,
And season to taste. Whatever that might be for you.
okay.
Hope it's not bland, but just season to taste.
Is it real messed up that now I'm hungry?
It is, but it's okay because we were also out to eat when we had this conversation. So
Oh
that
god,
tells
I'm
you anything.
I'm telling on myself, and now I'm gonna go think about what I've just done. And oh
Yes.
no, terrible, just terrible. One of the things that I wanted to ask about that I didn't actually cover in our interview was that, like, I know that you don't just go to the gym and just write all the time.
Oh
Like,
no.
what do you do for fun?
Oh, some of everything. So I mentioned like romance novels, like that is sometimes like my go-to, my comfort reads when I just kind of need to decompress. So I'm just rereading old stuff or trying to find new stuff.
Okay, question about
Um,
that. Question about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Do you ever accidentally end up in the smut category?
Oh, all the time.
Okay, word up.
Sometimes I beat lines straight there.
Straight there.
So
Those books are
just
funny as hell.
just they are, and even the romance that has some smut, but there's romance there. Um, I enjoy those because it's ridiculous. Like, why are you still traumatized? Why is your main character, your MMC, still traumatized from getting his heart broken in high school, and this man is 35? Brother, let it go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but I enjoy. I don't know. Like, I like it, silly stuff like that. Silly the storytelling things. Like, I just enjoy that. So, that's my go-to. And then to do when I read them high, even better time because I'm giggling because I'm just like, girl, why
My,
are
my
you?
my favorite is the descriptions of either the sexual organs
Yes,
or the act itself. It's like,
yeah.
what were you doing when you thought of
It
describing
gets
it this?
so, and I just now started listening to them on audio because I refuse to do it. And then a friend of mine was telling me when I met her for brunch, she was talking about how she had gotten into it, and I was giving her some recs, and I was like, you know what? Let me just see. And now I'm listening to them on audio, which is just an experience all in itself. I'm often giggling, or I'm just saying, now, wait a damn minute, what?
Right.
So she's having a good time.
Yeah. There
I
was
am a big game.
oh
Uh-huh.
sorry. Wait, I
No,
gotta tell you this
no,
one.
go ahead. Okay, yeah, please.
Okay. I saw online somebody had like screenshotted us, from a book, and the
Uh-huh.
description said her breasts gyrated neurodivergently.
That is insane. Now, I have not read nothing like that yet, but if I ever came across it,
I was like,
I
what the
said,
hell does that
I
look like?
said, I said, what? Wow. Um,
Anyway, you were gonna say. Sorry, go ahead.
the descriptions are crazy. I also am a huge gamer. My entire household is. There are times where my son is playing a game, my husband is gaming. He's really big into like Dark Souls, and he thinks that he is not nerdy, but I'm like, you are definitely a nerd. Like you play Final
He
Fantasy and
playing Dark Souls
Persona
and Final Fantasy.
5. Yes,
That's
I'm like,
that's like
dude.
that's like up
And I'm
there.
like, you up there. So, because he doesn't like Madden and like NBA 2, like that's not his bag. His bag
Yeah.
is like Ninja Gaiden and all these other things. My son is either playing and I'm playing. So we all just different. Everybody's on a different council or the same council but separate because we can't share around here. After my son saved over my Mario Odyssey game when he was like 4, I said, "Yeah, we gonna
Ooh.
have to." He brought it up recently. Recently, he was like, "I didn't know you were mad." I was like, "Well, I wasn't gonna. You were 4. Like, how am I, a grown adult, going to get mad at my 4-year-old child for being a child?" But I was like, "No, mommy was hot. You just didn't know that. I talked mad shit about you to your daddy. You just didn't know." So I talked about you like a dog. So
Right.
we got our own councils,
He was
and then
all sorts of little something somethings.
he sure was. But we do have family game nights. So of course, like Mario Kart. Sometimes we'll play like fighting games and stuff together, like Tekken. We've been trying to get him into. But gaming is something that this entire house is like that's our thing. Going to the movies is something that even though
Oh.
it costs an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Now that it's summertime, we can take advantage of the matinee, which doesn't really feel like it's really a matinee,
Save you
but
a couple bucks, yeah.
a little here and there. Theme parks. We
Okay.
live literally 15 minutes from one here in
Nice.
Charlotte, North Carolina, which is great. Season passes will do that. But yeah, like those are kind of like my go-tos. So gaming, reading, yeah, and just kind of hanging out with my kid and my husband, and of course friends and stuff when they're available. But I'm doing stuff, and then of course the weederys. Sometimes after a long day, I'm just like, I'm gonna go out into the backyard, and I'm gonna have me. Stephanie had a long day pre-roll,
I have
and
no idea what she means, y'all.
yeah, no idea what she means. And then that's when the fun really begins. Now, be playing the game and or reading a romance novel off that, totally
So
relaxed
do
and having a great time. I'm just in my own world.
It's a different experience for
Yeah,
sure.
yes.
Yeah. My thing is Power Wash Simulator.
Okay.
Like
All right.
it's dumb. I
I
made so much fun.
listen.
I made
Yeah.
so much fun of my wife and my homie for playing that until I tried it, and I'm like, now
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting up there this power washer and I'm cleaning this dirty, unexplainably dirty playground. Like, how did it get like this? With this power washer, you got to apply different soaps and all that, and I'm just like,
Yes.
uh huh, for
Uh-huh.
hours. Yeah.
And real quick, Pokemon has been so the Pokemon trading card game on mobile has
Oh, okay,
been.
that one. Yeah.
And I mean, when I say I'm locked in, I have like over 4,000 cards. Like that don't make no
Woo.
sense.
Yeah. Okay.
And so either sometimes in between writing, I'll do some battles to just kind of like relax a little bit, or late into the night, or my favorite to be listening to an audiobook and also playing Pokemon at the same time. We like multitask around here,
That could work.
so
Oh, I
it
should
does.
try
It
that.
does. Yeah, you should
I should try the
because
audio book with the power wash. I could
you
do that.
should. You can. I play
Oh,
Mario all. I mean, sometimes I'm Mario Kart. I'm playing it and I'm listening to an audiobook at the same time. Like if there's a game where I don't really have to think, and I can
yeah.
focus on the book, I'm gonna do it.
See, I can't do that with Baldur's Gate. No, I
No, you
can't.
can't. No,
No,
you cannot. So don't
no,
even try.
no. Word up. Okay, I have learned a lot about Stephanie today,
Yes.
and so have you. And that was my last question. And like I
All
said, I'm
right.
gonna put the links, just like I did in our interview, which you should go watch, the links to her website and where she prefers to be followed on social media in the description. And yeah, look for some other stuff coming up with her in the future. She's got a lot of great projects, like I mentioned in the beginning. So, yeah, just be ready. It's a lot.
Yes, please be ready because there is a lot. That's on the way, and just thank you so much for having me and sharing space. And yeah, I'm just ready to see what is next.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. So for now, I would say peace. Thanks for watching. Like, share the video, comment, and Stephanie, I bid you adieu. I hope you have a lovely day.
You
and
too.
yeah, two
All
fingers.
right. Bye bye.